excellent connection, it says, and there it goes. And now we go here, live. There we go. It's actually working. Amazing. Amazing, folks. It's true. It's true. Today there was going to be a guest, but now there is not. Unfortunately, there is no guest to go with our show today, even though we have an excellent connection. It says we have an excellent connection. Do I believe a word of it? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure whether to believe a word of it or not. I'm going to go on over to here and press some buttons and see if I can get something else to come up here, like in the line of tube of you. And let's see, we press that there and press this here. And oh, no, that doesn't look like me. That looks like someone else. That's the wrong Bob. We got to get to the radio. It is taking its time about doing this. And yes, so I am all alone here today. You're stuck with me all by myself. Can't seem to reach the app launcher. How does that happen? That's not possible. That's not really possible, is it? Have I got too many things open? I probably do. I've got a million things open here. Yes, I don't need to have an excellent connection, but it says there, yes, we could go right there. Such viewers will experience something. And what are you going to experience? Probably buffering. That's usually what happens. Buffering is what happens. So let's see. I don't like this picture. Let's use a different picture, since I don't like that picture. What pictures have I got here, though? I don't know that. Oh, no, that's it. That's it there. If I go over to camera one, let me see about camera one. There's camera one. Well, camera one is pretty. Hello, camera one. Camera one's looking that way. I can make camera one move camera one over to here. So I'm looking at it when I'm looking at this monitor, which makes that a little better. So I hope you're all doing fine today, because I'm doing miserably wonderfully. Actually, what I was doing is I was working on remixing some things from a long time ago, and it's coming out pretty well. So I'm kind of happy about it, and actually I can play it for you if you'd like. If you'd like to hear a little of it, why not? This is what we're doing. Here we go.
Screaming and a shouting,
singer, the fire department from many, many, many long years ago, playing at WMFO in Medford, the Tufts College Station. What fun, what adventure. That was, we had a great time that day. I enjoyed myself that day. I certainly did. And look at this, I get to converse with myself here. It says, that's what it says on my show today. Episode 14, guest ghost. And that's what's going on. There's a ghost here today. Yep, oh, look at that. It actually came through. And I don't know what's going on out there, why that's still playing. That shouldn't still be playing. And let me go do that right here. Make that stop. Stop. Thank you. So I hope that wasn't actually was what was going out on the air there still, even though it had been turned down. I think it might have been what was going out. And that is kind of crazy, but wouldn't be the first time I've been crazy, and it won't be the last time I've been crazy. Let's see if this is here. Let's see what this has to say. Stop. Stop. Thank you. So I hope that wasn't actually was what was going out. Yeah, there we go. So it was. I don't know that it actually went out. So there you go. Hello, Bob. Hi, Ghost. Ola Manola. Hey, that's great, says Ola Manola. Just me. Thank you, Ola. Me and you. That's it today. We're alone together. I should interview you, Ola. That's what I should do. Ola's here all the time. Ola's my most faithful fan on this show, Bob Struggles. So thank you very much, Ola Manola. And so yeah, that was one of the things that I was working on. There's some others in here that I was working on that I'm going to revive. That one there, I kind of like the way that one came out, even though it's kind of muffled and you know it's a tough mix. I think actually it's a 4-track mix. I don't think it is the WMFO day. I think it's a 4-track from our demo. And that is, of course, that's a cassette recording that I'm resurrecting. So I'm trying to equalize and split the channels and play all sorts of funny games with it. And I had a good time trying that out. So that was kind of fun. This one here actually is in much better shape, and I was always really proud of this mix anyway. And all I want to do with this is redo the vocal. So, and fortunately, I made a mix with just the band and nothing else. So, which was useful, which is very useful. Just open it up here. That's that one here. And yeah, I haven't quite figured out exactly how I want to do it, but I'm thinking it through now. And well, here, let me just play it, and you can see. I'll actually do the vocal as we go along. I think. There it is there. Hey, hey, hey. Oh yeah, I've got to turn that other thing down too. Because otherwise you'll be hearing the Bob Struggles coming through on the delay line. Yeah. Now let's see. How about another camera? How about this camera? This looks like a good camera. Let's go with this one. It goes with this microphone, doesn't it? It does. You took me out, you made me a fool. You turned me into a replaceable tool. You took me back, you said I was broke. And so they've given you a new one to poke. Catalog folk, you buy them. Catalog folk, come try them. Catalog folk, You buy them catalog up, and the audio dropped out, and we can't do anything with that when that happens. Unfortunately, that does happen occasionally. So the audio dropped out, and we're dead in the water. Anyway, you get the idea, though. That's what I want to do. I want to redo the vocals on that thing and bring it up. And I'm not sure that I'm going to do that Sprechgesang thing or exactly what it is that I want to do. But I know it's something, and I'm going to figure out exactly what it is. And as soon as I do, then you'll be the first to know. You certainly will be the first to know. Now, this is interesting. Display 1, display 2. Oh, I see. It gives me display 2 and me talking. Uh-huh. You see this one here, which brings you actually over here so you can see my little console there, or anything that I bring over there, you'll be able to see there. But I'm not using that right now, so we're going back here to camera 2, which has nothing, just plain old camera 2. And that is, oh, I see. Oh, it's because it's up that way, is it? No, it isn't. It's not because it's that way. I think actually it's just because I moved it over. There we go. And we can make it larger. If I do that, then it actually fills the screen, and then do this transition, and look at me. Don't I look like myself? I look a lot bigger than I was a minute ago. Yeah. So let's do this over here and bring this over here, and we can turn this a little bit this way, and you can actually see me. You can see me. You know, the other night I got to play at Machina at the virtual bar, at the virtual Machina bar. It was kind of fun. I've never played at a virtual bar before. It was interesting to play at a virtual bar. What happened? Something happened there. I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to tilt it back a little, or did I want to tilt it back, or did I want to tilt it forward? No, I did want to tilt it back. Hey, I'm almost qualified to operate this thing. Isn't that nice? It is. Only words, and words are all I have to make that into something or other. I haven't done that song in, I can't imagine. I don't even remember when the last time I did that song was. I don't know if I even know that song. I say that. Let's bring this down here and see what happens to the, oh, okay. So nothing happened. Do I have this zoomed? I bet I have this zoomed. No, that's the wrong one to look for the zoom. There it is. No, I haven't got it zoomed. It was a lie. I thought I did. So all I did was just make it a little smaller, a little bigger, a little smaller. There I am, a little smaller than I was. I got smaller. Sometimes I wake up, got to cry out to holler, sing out to Jesus, pray to Yahweh. Sometimes I'm inspired by the great Gethsemane, the Prophet Muhammad, or the heavenly way. You may contemplate Buddha or chant Krishna too, or smoke lots of ganja like the Rastafarians do. You may whirl like a dervish, you may cut off your hair, but you pray to your gods in the faith that they're there. There's something inside us that holds us in thrall, the space between atoms, the nothing that's all. And there's nothing between us except the nothing we share, and the nothing we share, it's the space between air. You may witness Jehovah or be latter day, or fly scary monsters like the Pastafarians say. You may live like a hermit. You may grow out your hair, but you pray to your gods in the faith that they're there. For there's something inside us that holds us in thrall, the space between atoms, the nothing that's all, and the nothing between us. It's the body of God. If you do good or evil, you do it to God. Or something like that. Yeah, so there. So buttons. So high. So high. So hey howdy. Say hey howdy ho. Howdy howdy ho. Howdy ho. Howdy hey. Howdy hey. Hey, how about turn it up that microphone? That might help. Then you can actually talk. Yeah, Bob is live. He's live. He's live. He's struggling with technology right here live. I can't hear a word you're saying, my friend. Turn up your volume, please. You can't hear a word I'm saying? I don't know what else to tell you. I think my volume is up. You can't hear anything? I don't know why you can't hear anything. You should be able to hear that. That should be going out. It says that it's going out. Perhaps it is. Yeah, it says it is. I don't know. You're saying you can't hear any of this, huh? Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me see if I can hear it. I think my volume is up. You can't hear anything? I don't know why you can't hear anything. You should. Yeah, no, it's going out there, so I don't know what you're talking about if you can't hear a word I'm saying. Must be something wrong on your end, because I just proved it to myself there that it is working. It is going out there. It is playing. It is playing. It is playing. It is playing. So, Ola Manola. Ola Manola, well, yeah, Ola Manola gave me some applause, so he must have heard something. I don't know exactly what. Wansak, you can't hear anything at all, huh? Well, I don't know what to tell you. You can hear it, says Omidextrix. Oh, thank you, Omidextrix. Volume is okay, says Ola Manola. So Wansak must have been having some issue with the sound. With sound. Yeah, so, I sent out the note today saying, I'll send you the link to the Zoom meeting, and it was like, oh, jeepers, I'm sorry, I've got a conflict. And it was like, oh, well, I guess I'll be alone today. And that's what I am. I'm alone with my mooses. No, I've got my fisherman suspenders on today. Uh-oh, what happened there? Looks like I froze up and disappeared. Well, that's not good. Let's see what the live stream says. Live stream says excellent connection, so I don't know what it's doing. It's lying to me. Obviously, it is lying to me. Sometimes it does that. Sometimes it has. That's still working. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad to know that. So anyway, I got all you guys in the chat. Not all you guys, but a couple of guys in the chat. A couple of folks in the chat, I should say. I say guys. I use guys generically. It's not a patriarchal term. I know people say it is, but it isn't. At least not to me. It's a generic term for people. I do often say folks, and generally I say folks. I say folks a lot. Oh, Columbia, the gem of the ocean. That was delicious. Usually I have some bourbon here for the show, but I neglected to bring the bottle. I can see the bottle over there, and I can see the glass, but I don't have it. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So let's see what else is going on here. Bob is struggling. He's struggling with technology, as he usually does. It's part of what I do. I struggle with technology regularly. And I don't even know what's going out there. It shows which one is that? That is showing something odd. I don't know. That is very odd. Is that far behind? I see. That seems very far behind. This seems to be right up to the moment. And it is. So what's going out there? Oh, that's me. That's just me going out to the world. Well, golly. I hope I'm still going out to the world. Anyway, I am fine today, Omidextrix. Thank you. Thanks for asking. I've been. You plan for a show, and so you don't have a show. So what do you do? This is the first time this has happened. So after 14 episodes, the first time I haven't had a guest that showed up. So I just kind of have to do what I'm doing, which is what I was doing. I was working on some mixes of old material, trying to resurrect them. And that's good. That's all working out very fine. I'm still working on new songs. I haven't gotten any further with the one I wanted to do, which is the one about the essentials. And I got stuck in the first line. Now I don't know where I'm going. I'm hoping also to be working on a song with Miles Bullen, uh, which I heard him recite the other night, and he said, "Oh, this is going to be a song someday." And I said, "Well, you know what? I want to help make that reality happen." So we're supposed to work on that today too. So I'll be, I'm going to follow my normal routine here and actually have a show here, even though it's going to be kind of an odd show because it's just me. And although I love to talk, it's hard for me to talk to myself. Not really. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just lying about that. That could be. Anyway, I've been out. Last night I did a live for the first time where I didn't do anything. I didn't read. I didn't play. I just talked to people, and it was late at night, real late at night. I couldn't sleep, so I said, "Let me do that." I haven't do it sort of John McGrath style. John was a great guest the other day too. I had a good time talking with him. That was great fun, great adventure. Oh, look, this must be on Follow My Face or something like that. Because I just saw the camera do an odd thing all by itself without talking to me about it. Hey, you were supposed to talk to me about that. You weren't just supposed to go ahead and do that anytime you wanted. Yeah, oh yeah, there it is. It's actually doing things like that. Now, how big is this screen there? Oh, that's better. Let's do that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was on some kind of automatic thing that was doing face following on me, which I think is kind of odd. Yep, there it is, face following me right now. Is that my face? I think that is my face. My face, and now for the full body shot, as though I were a newsreader. In Good Afternoon Today in the news, we had lots of shit happen, and I can't remember what any of it is. I actually could do that, I could like take the front page of the New York Times and White House rejected CDC reopening guidelines, asking for revisions. Travel from New York City seeded wave of U.S. outbreaks. Aha, you see? Percentage of virus samples genetically linked to New York. 92% of virus samples in the Northeast are linked to New York. 78% of virus samples in the Midwest are linked to New York. 43% of virus samples in Washington, the Pacific Northwest, are linked to New York. 78% of virus samples in the Southwest and West are linked to New York. And 82% of the virus samples in the South are linked to New York. So it sounds like New York's the problem. Shall we all sue Cuomo? But workers, no sign of what's normal is going to look like. That's probably true. Most states that are reopening fail to meet White House guidelines. So there you go. Neiman Marcus, symbol of luxury, files for bankruptcy. Needless markup, as we used to call them. It's about time. They should have filed for bankruptcy years ago. Needless markup. I don't know why anybody would pay their prices. It was crazy. It's like, oh yeah, let's just top dollar for everything. Now let's see. Supreme Court unanimously overturns Bridgegate convictions. We'll see that. There we go. All right. As restaurants remain shuttered, American cities fear the future. Oh, please. it's like let's make this all about fear. Lord, it drives me wild. It really does. So let us not be driven wild by fear. Let us be driven wild with optimism. Let us think about making this country over in a new image when we start up again. To recognize that labor is capital and that labor should be treated that way, as though it were an investment in the corporation and not just a work for hire. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'd like to see. And I think that might work. It might make us happy. Could. Anyway, oh, by the way, rest in peace, little Richard. Tutti Frutti on Rudy. Wop Wopaluma, Wop Bam Boom. Little Richard, gone from this world at 87 years old, which is not a bad age to die at. I mean, golly, we can't live forever, and I know that for a fact. I'm not planning on living forever. I'm planning on leaving sometime. Just don't know exactly when I'm going to do it. So, all part of the fun, all part of the fun. Now, this actually looks like I've got the chat is showing up in my window. Isn't that nice? Well, I like that. I don't know if it's showing up in the actual broadcast window. No, it doesn't show up in the broadcast window. That's interesting. It shows in the streaming software that that's what it is. It's there. The text is there. Yes, the text is there, but none of the other things are there. Like that little chat stream. That's interesting that I see it, but you don't see it. I mean, that makes sense if I was actually using this, but it's not big enough for me to see, so it doesn't really help me at all. There is actually a chat window that I can open up here that shows me I think it just shows me if people subscribe and stuff. I don't think it actually is showing me the chat. And maybe it's something that I can unfilter. No, I don't see anything there. I see resubs, I see everything. No, this is like people making donations and things like this, but it's not things where they actually are chatting. So the best way for me to see the chat is to actually go to the live streaming page, which shows me the chat. Yes, it is. And there we go. At least we are trying to be kinder to each other during this. Yeah, I think we're talking to each other a little bit more, too, which is kind of nice. People get on these kind of things and Zoom meetings and such like that, and they're talking to each other instead of just sitting around mindlessly watching Netflix. Of course, there's only so much Netflix you can watch. Eventually, after you binge watch everything, you got to go to someplace else. There's some other place that you could go, to the big city. That's where we go, to the big city. I was trying to get one other camera here, and it didn't come up. And I don't know why. I would have thought it could have. But this is a fancy Epoch camera. And I'm going to mark the scene as the Epoch cam and see if I can get it to come up. Because it didn't even come up as a source, which I thought was kind of odd. That it should be as a video capture device, it should show as a source. But it also may need to be a window capture. So let me try a window capture and see how that works. If that works better. So I'm going to see, it says Cam 3 window. That actually looks like it. So let's go with that. We'll add that source. The Cam 3 window source. It's right there. And is it coming through? Well, it says it is, but it's lying to me. Let's see here. I don't see it. Aha. No wonder. Is that it? There it is right there. It says it's there. It says it's done. It says it's working, but it isn't. Let's see what this says. Oh, no, it isn't working. It's gone. Is it on? Oh, look. How did that happen? I didn't think that could do that. I didn't think that could do that. There it is. Oh, there it is. And there. Turn it around. If I could, turn it around. It's not going to turn around? Come on. There it is. It turned around. Look at that. It turned around. And now, if I bring it up to full size, I can actually go over here and we'll see it. See it? There it is. There I am in living color. And the other living color with the other microphone. And you can see me actually from this side. Well, that's nice. Because this is kind of a nicer look, isn't it? Sometimes I wake up, got to call out, yeah. Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. It's summer, the people are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by hard times come a-knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady, oh weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away. This is a high-speed version of my old Kentucky home. So there, so now we've got all of these cameras that I can go to at any given time. That's kind of nice. And make these transitions and look at that. And it just transitions right over there. And actually you can read things. You're in the proper, look at those. So like somebody threw me money. I don't know if anyone actually did throw me money, but it looked like someone did. You might have seen the coins fall from the air. Oh, it was a marvelous thing. Yes, these days actually too, I'm putting up my world through the lenses. Hello, hello, hello. Who is this? Who is this? I see a thing, and it says, "World through the lenses." Hello. Oh, that's world through the lenses, I guess. Hello, world through the lenses. How are you? Are you having fun? I'm just kind of fighting my way through this episode because I had a guest, but the guest couldn't show up. So, unfortunately, you're stuck with me for the whole conversation. And I was just playing a little something. My old Kentucky home, actually, I was playing. But I was really not playing it hard, just kind of going at it. So, and also playing with how these various cameras work, and whether they work, and how they work, and if they work. So, and they do. They seem to work just fine. I go to the Epic Cam. The Epic Cam is right there. The Epic Cam allows me to move over to here and to play for you over here. Like this. We'll play something from the Middle Ages so that, we don't have to run into copyright issues. On a wagon bound for market, there's a calf with a mournful eye. High above him wings a sparrow with the freedom to fly. How the winds are laughing, laughing with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through and all the summer's night. Dona, 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 dona. Stop complaining, says the farmer. Who told you a calf to be? If you had the wings to fly with, like the sparrow you would be free. How the winds are laughing, they're laughing with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through and all the summer's night. Dona, 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 don. Dona, 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 don. Calves are easily bound and slaughtered without e'er knowing the reason why. If they had the wings to fly with, like the sparrow that winged through the sky. How the winds are laughing, they're laughing with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through, all the summer's night. Dona, 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 don. Dona, 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 dona. Donut, donut, donut. Donut, 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 donut. How about that? And there we are, back again on that side of the world. Well, thank you. Nice to see you all. I can't see any of you, actually. I actually have to look at the chat to see if I want to see anything. And is that it there? Well, no, that's not it. Where is the chat? What happened to the chat? It disappeared. Oh, no. Is it there? No. Is it there? Is it here? Oh, there it is. There we go. All right. Ola Manola says, beautiful. Thank you very much, Ola Manola. That's nice of you to say so. And how many have we here? We have 6 watching right now, but I don't know. I don't see them. I just only see. I don't know. I should make everyone call out. It's funny that it doesn't tell me how many are actually. Participants. There we go. I can look here. Educatoni, okay, Ola Manola, and recording. Okay, so there's 3 of us actually watching. Why does it say 6 of us are watching? Or 5 are watching now. As soon as I went to go to the participants, someone ran out. They didn't want to be seen. You have a very beautiful voice. Well, thank you. Very, very, very nice, Omi Dex. That donut pit was a religious experience. Thank you, Educatoni. Educationy, excuse me. Educatoni is a different person, I guess. Yeah. Somebody just sent me a music marketing fact. Most musicians are great at creativity, but lousy at money. And I'd have to agree with that. I think that's very, very true. It is very, very true. So episode 14 with me by myself and nobody else here is an interesting idea. And that's what's going on. It's episode 14 is Bob gets to play with himself, I guess. Yeah. Ooh. He gets to play with it. Because I was the captain of the with it team, as one of my friends used to say. Used to play with it all the time. Do 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 do. Yeah. So, well, at least of the 12 people that have stopped in, I've gotten I've got 12 likes out of the people who have stopped in. So that's kind of nice to know that at least people like it, you know. Yeah. And Ghost. Yeah, Ghost. My guest Ghost. Unfortunately, Ghost is just not hanging around here. So this is all part of the fun. But I'm so happy that we have some participants today, and not just Ola Manola, but some new people. Look at that. Oh, there it is. It is showing up in the live. Okay. I thought that the chat box sometimes shows up there and sometimes not. Maybe after it goes away after a while. Maybe it times out. I don't even know. How have I been these days? I've been pretty fine these days. I'm enjoying myself. This is doing these shows is kind of fun. I do my daily readings to the TikTok folks of the Brothers Grimm. Is actually we're almost finished with Grimm, so it'll be new bedtime stories coming up soon. Don't know exactly how I'm going to proceed, but I think I'm going to Nathaniel Hawthorne next and to do the miraculous picture. And then I think maybe to Kipling to do Let Go Your Hoodie Bee, How the Elephant Got His Nose, also known as The Elephant's Child. And then probably into the Anderson or maybe Aesop. Aesop might be where I'm going to stop because Aesop is short tales, but good pithy lessons in them. Not all of them are great. Some of them are rather dumb, as a matter of fact, but that's okay. It was written thousands of years ago. What do you expect? People were dumber then. At least they thought so, or I think so. Maybe not. Anyway, it depends on where you were and who you're talking to. But Aesop is probably one of the things I will do. I know that I'll be going into the Viking, the tales, the mythological tales, as many as I can dig up. I don't think I'll be going down the Beowulf. How do we say? What is it? What do they call that when you go down a rabbit hole? Yes. We don't think we'll be going down that particular rabbit hole. It'd be Grendel's hole, not the rabbit hole, but nevertheless. Let's see. And who knows? Who knows where it will go? Wherever it goes, it goes. I haven't started the ASMR channel yet, though. I intend to do that. And the ASMR channel is going to be, I'm just going to read the thesaurus. I realize that, ASMR is really just about the sound. And what they want is the sound of my voice. So it doesn't matter what you read. But I always thought the idea of reading a string of synonyms was kind of brilliant. In just because Roget's book is brilliant, that I don't think the language is organized enough. I think I'll organize it by synonyms. And it's like, yeah, okay, and then he sits down and does it. I mean, there were fewer words then. No, I don't think so. I have no idea how many words there were then, but he did a fine job with it. I mean, people still use it today. They still use the organizational idea behind it. It is an amazing idea, a brilliant idea that someone came up with, Roget in particular. And so what I intend to do is just use Roget's thesaurus and read it, and read each synonymical category, and just string the synonyms together. And hopefully that will be ASMR enough for them. So some Asimov would be cool. Yeah, I love Isaac Asimov. Yeah, I wrote a fan letter to Isaac Asimov once, and it got published. It was in his magazine, Asimov's. I wrote about Azazel. I like his Azazel books. There's tales of Azazel, the devil, and the demon. And how he gives you an answer, and it always turns out to be great. It sounds really great on the surface, and of course it turns into a nightmare. It's irony is what he's selling. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's very formulaic, and they wouldn't print that if your name wasn't on the magazine." And I'm saying, no, I think they would print it because I think there's a place for formulaic things. I like formulaic things. I like, how is he going to solve this? How's this going to work out that way? So that's what I liked about Azazel. And Asimov said, anybody who writes nice things about Azazel is okay in my book. So that was my moment of fame with Isaac Asimov, who used to live in town around here in Boston, actually, when he taught at BU. Now, later, he lived in New York. And you always think that you can't approach any of these people, and like he was one of the most approachable people. Yeah, there are some people that you're not going to get to talk to, J.D. Salinger or somebody like that. But most people are approachable. If you just find them, you can talk to them, and you can get them to, you can. There's a few regrets in my life, and one of them is one of my friends always said to me, "Why don't you write to Frank Zappa and tell him you'd like to go and study with him for a while?" And I said, "Yeah, he's not going to do that, blah, 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 blah." And in reality, he probably would have. He probably would have said, "Come on out, you got to figure out how the hell you're going to live here, but yeah, you can come on out and study with me." So, there we go. Lewis Carroll, yeah, Nonsensical Indian Book. Well, actually, Isaac Asimov wrote a wonderful version of Alice in Wonderland called The Annotated Alice, where he just explains everything about Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, and it's it's quite a tour de force in academically, and so it's wonderful to read. So I definitely recommend Asimov's The Annotated Alice. The Foundation series. Yeah, the Foundation series. That was fun. Well, that's good. You're discovering Isaac. Isaac is a great polymath, and all of his explaining books are wonderful. I have tons and tons of his magazines that I used to subscribe to them all through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I think that's when I stopped, and I still have them all. It's insane how many books I have. How many magazines I have. And many of those magazines, the stories of science fiction movies that are made today are taken from those. So it's kind of fun to see that. Lewis Carroll, or Charles Dodgson, who's his real name. And yeah, so I recommend that to you, Omi, that you check out Isaac Asimov's The Annotated Alice, and it will open your eyes a lot to a lot of the things that are in the book, like the fact that Through the Looking Glass is a chess game, and that's why the Red Queen has to run in place to keep up, and why Alice gets queened at the end, because she reaches the other side of the board as a pawn. So, yeah, I do recommend that book. So let's see, what else? What other fun things have we got here? Hey, Mr. Ghost, what do you think? You have nothing to say as usual. What that ghostly person there? Yeah, sometimes I just like to noodle. I just like to sit in front of the keyboard and let notes come out of my fingers. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so every once in a while I just kind of walk over to the piano and let those things flow out of my fingers. I never remember them afterwards. I can't remember half the things that I play, So I also like to do the same. I'm going to go to an art school for composing and visual art. Oh, how good. That sounds like fun. Did you expect me? LOL. That's lovely. Did I expect you? Is that JT? Who is that? Did I expect you? I don't know who you are. You don't have a label, but you got a picture. How come I should be able to open that in another tab? It says open picture in new tab. Let's see who it is. I don't know who it is. It's somebody blue. Blue person. Did you expect me? LOL. That's lovely. No, I don't know. And like I said, I don't know who you are. I see you do, but thank you for coming. And thank you for hanging out with me here this afternoon, being with my guest, Ghost. Ghost is having fun. Ghost is running the camera, I think. I think I should probably go in here and turn that thing off. Where is that? Webcam options. Webcam options. I think this is the one that says, follow my face. Do not follow my face. Stop following my face. Autofocus. Now, of course, it's going to. Is it? There it goes. It backs to normal. It backs itself to normal. It says it's in use by OBS 64. That's me. That's also the 64-bit version of OBS, which is actually Streamlabs OBS, and it should say Slobs, not just OBS. It should say SL OBS, but it doesn't. C'est la guerre. So yesterday, I played at a virtual bar, at Machina, the virtual bar. Their username is Did You Expect Me? LOL. I see. Thank you very much, Omidextrix. Of course, I'm not that clever. I should have realized that. The first thing that's their username. Did you expect me? LOL. Well, there you go. That's quite a username. How did you come up with that one? I don't know. Perhaps you expected me. LOL. Anyway, where was I? I was going somewhere and I lost my way. And that happens a lot with me. I lost my way on the way to being somewhere. Anyway, the person didn't show up, so I'm being my own guest. I'm guesting myself, which is more difficult than I thought. Usually I can talk to myself pretty good, but now I'm sort of like, oh, the pressure's on. What do I talk about? I can talk to myself all day long, but when the pressure's on, I can't talk to myself. Oh, yes. It was something about being on a live, and, well, where was I going with that? I was being on something and saw something and then did this reaction to it, and I can't remember what the reaction was, so I'm completely lost. It's unfortunate. It's very, very, very unfortunate. Actually, it was I went on a live last night, and I mentioned ASMR, and the person went after ASMR, but he went after ASMR like this. He's doing a whispering thing, so he spent a lot of time whispering, and he said it was really hard on his voice, and I'm thinking to myself, you're not whispering properly if it's hard on your voice, because whispering is like really easy on your voice. Yeah, really, really easy. Plus, I don't find whispering very ASMR. I mean, I find this ASMR. Yeah. So that's what it is. The deep voice, the reading voice, that the ASMR people seem to like. The Bob Ross feel, I guess. Not that I know much about Bob Ross. I used to switch the station as fast as I could when I came across Bob Ross. So, yeah. So buttons. Yeah. So that's it. So what is everybody doing here? You stumbled upon my channel and came out here. Ola, I know Ola always comes, and Ola's a very dependable audience member. I personally think that entertaining someone else is easier than entertaining yourself to me. Yeah, well, no, I don't know. I'm pretty good at entertaining myself. I think just the business of the you're feeling sort of on the spot. So, oh, I got to fill this up with interesting content. Whereas when I'm just talking to myself, I'm just talking to myself, and I'm pretty funny when I talk to myself, you know, because I think so. Of course, it's the best audience, you know, the guy who appreciates your sense of humor. Yeah. So, anyway, the ASMR guy was going last night, and it was like, yeah, okay, I get it. Okay, I'm leaving. See ya. Have a good time. I ran into somebody last night who, was it last night? Yeah, I guess it was last night. Or maybe it was today. Who knew who I was? Who said, I know you. I said, what? No, you stay the fucking home. And I said, no, calling. So that's how they know me, by that stay the fucking home video. It's made me semi-famous. So, you know, I hope I'm doing well. I hope I'm doing well enough to engage and keep you interested in what's going on here, because there's not a whole lot going on here. It's just a little me, a little me, a little me. So, what else was I thinking about? I've been thinking about a lot of things. I put up my screen house the other day. That was nice. Finally got that back up. Now I've got to relabel it because it has these big, ugly labels on it, made in masking tape. And I need to make them in nice little labels that say West A, West B, West C, in which they say now, but in giant masking tape letters right now. And we had a very productive day yesterday. We dug a ditch to de-water an area that tends to get watery during rainstorms. And we finished it and did a fine job. My nephew, Carlos, learned how to use the tractor and how to dig a ditch, and he did a really good job digging a ditch. And you don't think of it as very hard to run these tractor, you know, backhoe, things like that. But until you do it, you have no idea. And learning how to be subtle with a piece of hydraulic equipment that is extremely powerful, but to be able, because it is hydraulic and you can open those valves very, very slowly, you can do all sorts of very delicate things with this extremely powerful machine. So I was teaching him that, how to take it easy. You know, if you push it hard, it's gonna move hard, and you don't want it to move hard. You want it to move slowly, carefully, so that. And he really got the hang of it in like less than a half hour. So I was impressed. I left him on his own and said, "Here, finish the ditch. Go have a good time." He did that. We set the pipe with the right fall, and hopefully it's going to drain that area all the time, and it won't be a big puddle there all the time, and there won't be a nice skating right there in the wintertime. We'll see. Because I didn't actually have sand to put on top of it, so I had to put the clay back that was there, so the clay doesn't really perk very well. We'll see how it works out. If it doesn't, we'll dig it out again, put sand there. But it was fun. It was actually getting something done. It's very nice. We also set up the solar setup out at the sun house, the screen house, so that we have power out at the screen house, which is really nice. So you can charge your phone or run a light or something like that. Anything. You can actually broadcast from over there. You can do everything out in the screen house. It's a little cold today. It snowed last night. Welcome to New England. You know, like Mark Twain said, I've seen 136 different kinds of weather inside of 4 and 20 hours. And it's true. We can stuff a whole lot of weather into a short period of time. So yeah, they woke up this morning to the snow. I was hoping that it would rain enough so I could see if that drained very well, but no, it snowed, so that really couldn't tell me much about how it's going to drain. But we'll probably get some rain later this week. I'm not sure exactly when, but sometime. It's New England. It'll, you know, if they forecasted fair weather, it'll probably rain. And I've got golf on Monday. Golf. What happened? It snowed in May. It happened in Canada. Well, in Canada, you would expect it, right? Yeah. It snows in May occasionally. It's I always every year read the Twain speech on weather. And actually, I don't know if it was one of the episodes I did it, if I did it for TikTok. I can't remember who I did it for. Maybe it is. I think I do. I have it on YouTube. And it's his speech to the New England Society. And it's just about the weather and how New England has more kinds of weather than anybody has. And we can't even keep it inside. It's so much weather in this region. It leaks out all over the place. And then finally he speaks of the glory of the ice storm. And it really is, the ice storm is really a glorious thing that happens here. When you get to see all of the trees dressed in diamonds. And no matter how many times I take pictures of it, it never captures the majesty of it. It's quite amazing. A nice ice storm. We had a really bad one in 2008. And there was 1/4 of an inch of ice on everything, on blades of grass, on everything, 1/4 of an inch of ice. It was, it was the strangest ice storm I've ever experienced. And it completely closed down my driveway. I just looked out at the driveway in the morning and said to my wife, "You're not going to work today." She says, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I can't see the driveway." It's just trees all down. And there were trees that were down, and there were trees that just had bent over really, 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 really far. But yeah, there was no way you could even get through it. It was amazing. It was very pretty. Eventually, we did have to, we got out there with the chainsaws and all that, got things out of the way. The tractor was able to get most things out of the way. There was only one tree that was gigantic that needed to be chainsawed to be moved. But that was also the first time that we were out of power for longer than 3 or 4 hours. It was 2 weeks that we were without power. So that's also the year that we bought the generator, the new generator, the auto start generator that we don't have to worry about. It just runs once a week, and it always goes on whenever the power goes out. So it's very, very handy. I don't run the whole house on it. I have a subset of circuits that I run. But yeah, just enough to run the water and the heat, the important things, and an occasional, a couple of lamps, the satellites, and a microwave oven, and the coffee maker, of course. Well, you have your choice. You can run the toaster oven, you can run the microwave oven, or you can run the coffee maker. Can't run all three at once. That's just the way it is. So, it even happened in Canada. That's kind of funny for you to say that, even in Canada, because in Canada, I would expect it to snow in May. That would be like normal in Canada, because their sugaring season's later and all of that stuff. So, you know what they say around here, don't put in your tomatoes until Memorial Day, because they might get frosted. So, and it's probably is a wise thing, because if you had tomatoes out there now, they'd be dead. Yes, they would. They'd be dead. So how are we doing here? We're doing, it's 3:25. I've been on for an hour and a half. That's pretty amazing. Well, maybe a little less than an hour and a half, because I started a little late. Why did I start late? Because I knew my guest wasn't going to be here, and it was kind of like, and I was working on the music. That's what I was working on. But I think I've got a pretty good set of what I'm going to do for my retrospective recording thing. I've got 4 here now already. I thought I did. Well, wait a second. Where'd they go? I just had it there. There it is. Okay, yeah. So, and we're going to start with the the 2 from our record, and then I added this one. So I'm going to let you hear this one. I think this one is probably one of my best 4-track recordings. If it would open up, and here we go. Let's see what happens. Well, it'll start eventually. There it is. We the people.
People don't want to listen. People don't want to care. People know what they're missing. People know life ain't fair. People don't want to listen. People don't want to care. People know what they're missing. People know life ain't fair. We are the people. We are confused. We are the people. We're being used. Yeah. People are all in danger. Danger of modern life. Selecting a rearranger. Letting him wield a knife. Cutting out cake for fascists. Drawing dear blood from war. All the highest fleeing. Make more guns. We're gonna need a lot for war. We are the people. We are the people. We are the people. We are the people. People are all in danger. Danger of modern life. Selecting a rearranger. Letting him wield a knife. People respond to loudness. The people not really sheep. The people they love the showman. The people they love to weep. We are the people. We are confused. We are the people. We're being used. We are the people. We are the people.
Yeah, we are the people. As I say, I think that's one of my best 4-track recordings. I think I'm very proud of that one. Do 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 do. Where am I? There I am. There's the chat there and all that. Yeah, the chat is actually still there. Ola Manola says, "I love it." What song is it? It's called "The People." That's it. Actually, it doesn't usually happen where I live in Canada. We have a very cold winters, but they don't go in the spring. Surprisingly, I see. Where are you in Canada? Are you in the maritime provinces, or are you further west? If you don't mind my asking. So, yeah, the people, we the people. I like that song a lot. Yeah, it's a good driving song. I always think of that as a driving song. That's what I think of it as. Going out for a drive, you know. So yeah, so that's one of the things that is on there. I've got so far there are 4 finished in there. I think 4, 1, 2. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, there's 5 finished in there. Oh my heavens! 5 of them are finished, and one actually I had no idea that I actually had a version of this anywhere, and I found it on. I found it on the WMFO tape. Yeah, it was a live tape from a radio station we played at, and it was early in our career, so we were still playing this song. And this is a straightforward song. This song is just a straight E. The entire thing is just stay on E and keep playing on E. And let me play it. Why not? I'll see how it stands up. See if it stands up. See what happens when I play the song and what will happen. Let's see what happens. It's, the turkey is out there picking at the window. The crazy turkey. I have a crazy turkey that fights with its reflection in my window. Here we go. Oh, look, you can hear there's a rewind, and now we start the tape. Here the tape is. I become an engineer. Loudness to the beat, indeed. Break a bottle in my face. That actually used to get the dancing men going pretty well. They'd like that break a bottle in my face thing. And I used to actually break spun glass bottles in my face when I did that song. It was hard to bring myself to do that, to break, even though you know it's a breakable bottle, and it's really hard just to kind of smash it into your face. Say, yeah, I'm going to do this. This is what I want to do. I need to take a bottle and smash it in my face. All in the name of showbiz. Yes, showbiz. The show must go on. And so it did. Break a bottle in my face. I don't like the human race. Help me to get out of this place with a bottle in the face. I like the last line, though. Make me human, give me grace. With a bottle in the face. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes some of my lyric adventures were very adventurous. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way, Bob. All right. I live in Ontario, Ontario. Well, yeah, but Ontario is a whole big giant province. Where in Ontario do you live? In like Toronto? Toronto, what's they say? Toronto, good old Toronto. Or do you live in some, place like Parry Sound or something like that? Yeah, Ontario. Ontario's a great province, they like Labatt's Blue there, eh? How's it going? They don't drink that Molson there, no sir, they drink that Blue. Drinking Blue. Go to the beer store, get some Blue. Yeah. It's funny, I everywhere I go, everyone drinks beer, and I don't drink beer. I don't like beer. So, well, Hamilton. Oh, okay, Hamilton. I know of Hamilton, Ontario. That's deep in the province there, eh? Sure. Real nice, Hamilton. All right. Good place to live, Hamilton, huh? Yes, sir. I have many friends in Canada. I like Canada. I like people from Canada. I like everything about Canada, except for the frozenness. I can do without the frozenness. And you can stop sending us them Arctic blasts. That would be fine. We could do without those. You do without them Chinooks. That kind of thing. Yeah. But other than that, everything Canadian is fine. No, I really do enjoy Canadians. I enjoy all the people I know, all the filmmakers I know from Canada are all fabulous people. So there. I don't know. Are you one of the filmmakers I know from Canada? Omi Dextrex? I mean, I don't recognize your name, but that doesn't mean anything. There's a lot of things I don't recognize. Listen to that damn turkeys out there banging away at that window, and I want to go yell at them. Can you give me a second? Let me go yell at the turkey. I can get him out of here. Crazy turkey! You crazy turkey! Oh, there goes the headphones. Oh no! And they broke too. Oh no! Crazy turkey! See here, you crazy turkey. Hey there. Yeah, I know. Get out of here. Go someplace else. What's this? Oh no, it's raining. It's snowing. It's snowing. It looks like it's snowing haylight. Oh my heavens. Uh-oh. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some whiskey. Yeah, so, it occurred to me just as I stepped away that I should have put on some music so you would have been amused with something while I was away. And let's see, now, the headphones fell down. I heard them, and I heard them crack open. Because I think when I take them up, they're going to be separated from they are separated from their ear cup. And so now I have to put that back together. But I'm fully qualified to do this, seeing as I've done it so many times. Every little breeze seems to whisper Louise. Even the trees seem to whisper Louise. All right, now come on, get in the hole. Back to that hole. That hole right there. That's a good hole. Go right through there. Press that together again. Fortunately, they go back together again as simple as pie. Look at that. Always better. Everything all better. So here I am conversing with myself again. I do that a lot. Oh, look. It looks like there is some kind of... is that Japanese there or is that Chinese? I'm thinking Chinese, but I'm not sure. Hello there. How are you? Whoever you are with your that looks like a Chinese name. Just from the characters, but I really don't know. I might be wrong. It might be Japanese, and I'm insulting them now, and now they're going to get angry with me. But Omidextrix, you just repeated the same characters. Do you know something that I don't? Perhaps? Wakan cool, Wakan CR, cool. Oh, okay. I didn't see Wakan when Wakan came in here. Wakan CR. Who said cool? Cool, baby. Cool. So, well, anyway, what fun, what adventure. What excitement. We got people to come in to say hello to me. Hello there. It's nice to see you. Go over to this. We got this. We go to the other camera. Go to that camera there and move. Oh, I see. That camera. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that camera hadn't been stretched out enough to make that work. Like that. Yes, like that. There's Fred. Good old Fred behind me, sitting behind me. He's always good for a laugh. And then of course we have the Epic Cam, but that's for when I come over here to play over here. And it helps if I turn up the microphone in both places, because then it works, Then it works. How about something by Lena Barakat? What do you think? Let's do that. Tomorrow, I may feel differently. Oh, I should bring on the right camera. Tomorrow, I may feel differently. I can't pretend I've been known to stay on a course for more than just a while. But something deep inside of me, I don't know where, maybe somewhere near my heart, it's telling me this is okay. I don't know if I will find the answers I've been looking for. I don't know if you're the one I'm meant to keep on looking for, but I will never know until I do. Tell me what you see in me. I'd like to know, maybe step inside your mind, 'cause I don't know myself at all. You said you'd be a part of me. I don't know where, maybe somewhere near my heart. I don't know if you will stay. I don't know if I will find the answers I've been looking for. I don't know if you're the one I meant to keep on looking for. Can you tell me where I find the answers I've been looking for? Should I know if you're the one I want to keep on looking for? I don't know if I will find the answers I've been looking for. I don't know if you're the one I'm meant to keep on looking for. Can you tell me, will I find the answers I've been looking for? Should I know if you're the one I want to keep on looking for? I don't know. Are you the one I want to keep on looking for? Who knows? Who knows? What evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow do. That's who knows. That's who knows. Looking for by Lena Barakat. A nice little song. I have to leave. I had fun. Bye. Thank you, Omadex Tricks. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming and stopping in from beautiful Canada, eh? How's it going? All right, it's 3:49. I've been on for almost 2 hours. I'm going to probably call it a day right now, since I had so much fun just talking to myself and a few of you. So thank you for joining in the conversation. That was nice. Ola, thank you for coming, and this Japanese Chinese person, whoever it is, thank you for stopping by and saying hello, sort of. And that's that. That's it for Bobby. Bobby is done for today. Bob did not struggle much today, except with a guest. He didn't. He struggled to have a guest today, but he didn't have one. So thanks very much for coming by, and we'll see you again in 2 days when I will have. Who have I got coming up in 2 days? I know I have somebody. I know. Who is it? I think it might be my good buddies. Come on, Bob Struggles. Come on, where are you? Yeah, 1:30. Oh, I'm looking on the wrong day. It's on Monday, yeah, and it's Joey Painter. Yeah, Joey Painter. I'm going to have beautiful Joey Painter and MCP with Bob Struggles with Technology. It no longer struggles with technology, he struggles with everything. And then next Wednesday, I've got a TikToker, Sam Schroeder, who will talk about actually New York City gay club life and New York City gay life in general. And then I haven't got anyone on the 15th yet. I'm trying to get someone on there for that. The 17th, the 19th, I have Graphic Melee coming on, so that's going to be fun. And I still have to fill in the 17th. The 15th and 17th I have not filled yet, so I got to get to work here. Get those 2 dates filled and get some people on the air here with Bob Struggles. So thanks again for being with me today, and we'll see you again next time. Every other day, Bob Struggles is on the air. Here we go. He's ending his